This next story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Calling My Wife Insecure and Selfish on Our Wedding Day? Oh, that doesn't seem wise to me, sir. I, 28 male, and my wife, 26 female, got married last Wednesday, and the ceremony was amazing. My wife was very strict on the fact that no guest is allowed to wear white, which is understandable because for females, that's considered rude or bad luck at weddings, I think. The reception was going well, too, until I noticed my wife walking over to the bathroom with her face held in her hands. Obviously, I could tell my wife was upset as we've been together for 3 years now, and I can tell when she's upset. I rushed across the room telling guests 1 minute as I hurried by them. Once I got to the bathroom, I knocked on the door and informed my wife that it was me at the door. After a few minutes, I heard the door unlock and open. When I got in, I saw my wife sitting on the floor with mascara running down her cheeks. I asked what was wrong, and she told me that one of our nephews was wearing white jeans and had a white bow tie. I immediately thought to myself how she was completely overreacting because he's a 6-year-old child and had no idea that you can't wear white to a wedding. I told her she was overreacting, but in a much nicer way, and I said that she should go enjoy the reception, forget about the whole thing. She eventually texted her sister to come to the bathroom and fix her makeup so she could go back out and have a good night. After a while, I saw her talking to my sister, the mom of our nephew, and I thought she was just making conversation. About an hour later, my sister pulled me aside and berated me for my wife's behavior. She said my wife had asked her and her son to leave unless she had a change of clothes for him. This was far from okay to me, so I asked my wife to talk and explained everything my sister told me. My wife said she was completely in the right for what she asked, and I told her that if she kicks my family out, then I will happily leave too. My wife started crying again, saying that this is her day and she doesn't want it to be ruined by our nephew. This angered me because I had enough of her ruining our day over something silly. I then said she was not only selfish, but that she was insanely insecure if she's worried about a 6-year-old looking better than her. My wife's been staying with her mother since the wedding and we haven't spoken since. Her mom reached out to me this morning and said that I need to apologize right away for being out of line. I really don't believe I'm in the wrong here, so what do you think? Am I the astronaut? It's been a weekish since they got married, and it is Am I the Astronaut for Calling My Wife Insecure and Selfish on Our Wedding Day. Okay, so at the beginning of this, I was like, that's not smart. But now I'm like, okay, the 6-year-old didn't decide what to wear. It was the 6-year-old's mom that decided what to wear. However, are you going to go out and buy a whole new outfit for a kid for his uncle's wedding? Is that reasonable? And it was white jeans. Wasn't wearing a white tuxedo. By the way, I have a picture of Caden Thunder as a wee little tot wearing a white tuxedo. I'll have to post it in VIP. The red flag here, we'll go ahead and hit it, is when she said it's my day. And if she's willing to kick a 6-year-old kid and his mom out because he was wearing white jeans and a bow tie, like, that's rough. That's really rough. I don't know that in OP's shoes here, I would have been like, you know what, I'm going to fight this battle right here at the reception. But I don't know that he had a choice either because she was going to kick his sister out. What the hell do you do? It was flipping white jeans and a bow tie. Like, and it's a 6-year-old kid. You don't have a lot of choices. I'm sure that, it was probably something that was from Easter or whatever it was, but I don't know that I can find this substantiated. And again, it's her day. Maybe OP's sister did it on purpose. We don't know that. We don't have a way to know that. So we just have to operate with the information that we have here. From my point of view here, it's a kid. Yes, nobody was supposed to wear white. He's wearing white jeans. Holy crap. It's not worth kicking them out for. It might have been like, hey, I would have really appreciated if you didn't do that. But that probably would have been the extent of it. Asking them to leave after the wedding. This is at the reception, remember. This is after the wedding. Asking them to leave because he's wearing white jeans is too far. In my opinion, this is too far. Now, I don't know that him fighting this battle and there at the reception is the right move either. And I guess I can use my same logic against me here and say because it was after the wedding, it was during the reception, there was less harm in his sister actually leaving. And if she was pissed off enough, she probably left anyway. So there's more of the principle is what OP, new husband, was standing up for here and decided to fight this battle. It is unreasonable. And I guess, from his point of view here, if he's about to enter into something where the rest of his life is going to be this unreasonable, then yeah, get an annulment because it's not okay. But again, weddings bring out the worst in people. I don't know if this one isolated thing is worth throwing your entire relationship away for. You obviously loved her enough to marry her. And if these kind of issues existed, it would have been great to get through them all before the wedding. But here you are. So at this point, you guys haven't talked to each other. Her mom, of course, wants you to reach out and apologize. Of course she does. Number one, she's always going to take her daughter's side. Number two, she wants her out of her house. Completely expected. Nothing surprising about that at all. I don't believe you're in the wrong here either for standing up the way that you stood up, but this is a complicated situation. What would you guys do? And again, we don't know because it's not in the story, but I'm guessing that she just saw him walking by and that was it. Could have done things differently. I don't know how though. And that's where it's like I would have had a hard time accepting this was going to be my hill to die on at my wedding reception. And then you guys haven't talked since then. That's kind of a big deal. But I also don't know what he could have done differently. It was over the top. It was past the line. All right, I'm going to make it official on my end here. We're going NTA. Now, understandably, people have different opinions on this. So when this video is posted, leave yours and let us know and point out your logic path to us because it's a completely reasonable that you're going to see something that I don't see and that other people don't see.